Welcome to learning how to create, share, organize, and collaborate on documents. To create a new document, you go over here right on the left-hand side of your screen and click Create, and it gives you several different options that you can create. You can create a folder, a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, form, or drawing. I'm just going to choose a simple document. As you see, it will open up as an untitled document. The first thing that I suggest that all of my students do is name their document. Otherwise, they will have a very difficult time finding it once they have more than one document. So if you just click where it says untitled document, a little box will pop up and you can name it. I always have my students name it with their last name first, just so that they can keep track of their documents, and when they turn them into me, they'll be alphabetized. So I'm putting my last name and I'm going to call this practice document. Okay. Now in here you can see where your cursor ends up. It's just like a regular word processing document where you can type. You can also have many different options up at the top. It's very similar to what you'd find in Microsoft Word. You have under File, you can create a new document, you can open a document, you can rename it, or make a copy. Making a copy is very important if someone shares a document with you and you would like to alter it a little bit without altering the original. You can always make a copy of it and then create a new document based on the original document. It works great for modifications. So if you create an original document and then you would like to modify it for particular students, you can always just make a copy of it and then alter it however you would like. Revision history is also a key feature in Google Docs. If you click on See Revision History, you can see every time that it automatically saves. As you can see, it automatically saves about once a minute. So if I click back here, you can see I started with a blank document and then I had actual typing in here. This is great for students who might accidentally delete their work. Since it automatically saves every minute or so, it's hard to get that work back unless you go into your revision history. And then they can click back and find the revision that they want and click Restore this revision. This is also great if you have several students working on the same document, because it will not only tell you what the revisions are, but who made each revision. So you can see who has done their percentage of the work. Also up here you have your normal toolbar options. Under Edit, you have Copy and Paste, Undo and Redo. You can view different toolbars up at the top. You can insert different items that we will learn about later in this course, such as images, drawings, and links. You can format your text. Many of these options are in the toolbar at the top, but there are additional options under Format. Tools, you can always use your spell check, which is the define word, word count, and translation features. Tables, this is where you would insert a table, very straightforward. And then of course you have help. Also in your toolbar you'll see you have your print option, you have your text option, so you can change the type of text you have, you can change your size, you can make it bold, italics, or underline. You can also change the color of your text. So most of the options that you'd find in Microsoft Word, you'll also find in Google Docs. If you would like to share this document with other people, you'll notice up here at the top, you have your Share button. If you click Share, then you can choose who you would like to share it with. You can either type their names down below, and if you have Google Docs for Education, their address will automatically pop up. So if I would like to share with a particular teacher, you can see everyone with that name will pop up, and I'm going to choose the particular teacher that I'd like to share with. I can also decide how I'd like to share by clicking over here. Do I want that person to be able to edit the document? Or maybe just make comments in the margins? Or maybe just view? Usually when I share with students, I share to view so that they can't actually change the master document. If it's a worksheet that I want them to fill in the blanks for, I share it to view, and then they open it and make their own copy and share it back with me. Also up here, you have your different publishing and privacy features. So right now, this is currently it's private and only viewable to the people that I share it with below. I can click change here, and I have several different options. The first two down here are people with the Newton Public Schools link. Because we have a district account, I could have it open only to people in Newton Public Schools. So what would happen is if they clicked on the link for it, they would have to log in using a Newton Public Schools account. Or I could make it available to anyone with the link, or just public on the web. This means that really anyone could search for it. Most likely it wouldn't come up in most Google searches, but it is a possibility for them to search for it. So those are our sharing options. To organize your documents, you can go back into your Google Drive and you'll notice it pops up right here at the top. I suggest creating folders or folders within folders. I always have my students create their own folders. It's their first time logging into Google Docs for the year. They come into the computer lab, they create a folder for that grade level, and then they create a folder for each of their subjects. And to do that, let's say I wanted to put a folder in grade 6, I highlight grade 6, and then I go up here to the create button and then create folder. This next one, I'm going to have them title with their last name first always, and then the subject area, which is science, and then the section number, which I'm going to say is 4. I will click create, and then you'll notice my science folder pops up. As I drag my arrow over these individual folders, you'll see that there are little arrows that appear next to them. If I click that arrow, it gives me many different options. So if I named it incorrectly, this is where I can rename it. I can change its color, so I want to make science orange. And then I also have the option to share. So I can click on the folder, click the share feature, and then I can share that whole folder with my teacher. I have the kids do this at the beginning of the year, so anything that they drag and drop into that particular folder is automatically shared with the teacher. So that is how we have students organize their documents, collaborate on documents, and share them.